Hi, Carl here for ProAV TV, and today Litepanels are launching this. This is the 1x1 version of their high-end LED panel, the Gemini. Now the Gemini was first launched back in 2017. It's their high-end LED soft light. It's designed for studios, for high-end productions, basically any large-scale production where you want a very, very high-quality LED panel, one that's color accurate, one that's got full RGB control, in a streamlined interface that works well in studio environments, but is very simple and easy to use. The Gemini is the perfect light. And this is the same. It's the 1x1 version of that 2x1 panel. It's half the size of that panel. It's half the weight. It's half the brightness. But it's the same color accurate performance, and it's the same easy to use interface. If you're used to the 2x1 version of the Gemini, you're going to feel very much at home here with the 1x1 version. All of the controls, the buttons, the menus, everything like that are exactly the same on both units, including the presets bar. This is by far my favorite feature of the light. It's a row of buttons which are assigned to different presets for color temperature, for brightness, for RGB values. You can set these to be whatever you want and quickly change between them, which means that these lights are very, very quick and easy to use in a fast-paced environment. And I absolutely love that feature. It's really, really helpful indeed. But just the normal menus and the interface, the way that you control these lights is the same on both versions. So if you've got the two of them side by side on the set, but considering these are designed for studio use, is really quite likely. In a studio, you're going to want different lights of all sorts of different shapes and sizes. So being able to quickly jump between one light and the other and operate them both in exactly the same way is very important indeed. And also let's look at the color performance of these lights. We've taken light meter readings of both panels. These are our light meter readings from the original 2x1 version, but we got from our original review. And then these are the scores of this new 1x1 panel. They're both very bright panels. Look at 10,000 lux on the 2x1 panel and 5,000 lux on the 1x1 panel, which means that these are very bright, especially considering they are soft LED panels. They also perform very well in terms of color. You get TLCI scores of over 95 on both of them. It does look like the 2x1 panel is ever so slightly more color accurate, but it's so close that it really shouldn't make much difference at all. And of course, remember that it's harder to achieve that high TLCI score and high color performance in white light mode when the light has all of this RGB control going on inside it as well. It's relatively straightforward nowadays for lights, even at the lower end, to get very high TLCI scores and very color accurate white light when all they do is white light. Maybe they're bicolor. But once you start having lights which have full RGB control, particularly as they get larger and larger, it becomes harder and harder to get high color accurate white light. And so it's great to see the Litepanels are really paying attention to the color performance of these lights in white light mode, as after all, that's what we're all going to be using most of the time. So the natural comparison to make is to the ARRI sky panels. I mean, if you're looking for lights which are designed for studio use or for high production value work, the sky panels have pretty much been an industry standard LED panel now for quite a few years. But I think the Geminis actually have an awful lot of advantages over the sky panels. They're lighter, they're built nearly as well, they're not quite as bright, but they are much more color accurate, and overall they're just a much more ergonomic and streamlined system. It's much easier to work with, in my opinion anyway, than the sky panels. But I'd be curious to see what people think. I mean, the 2x1 version of the Gemini is already making quite a lot of noise and interest in that area of the industry. But I think now that we've got a 1x1 version as well, as a whole range, I think the Geminis are much more of a worthy competitor now to the much more established sky panel range of lights from ARRI. Overall, I think Litepanels have done a fantastic job with the 1x1 version of the Gemini. It keeps everything that I like about the larger 2x1 version, but has all of those features down in a much smaller, much lighter, and much easier to travel with 1x1 size and form factor. I think it's absolutely brilliant, but I'd love to hear what all of you guys think down in the comment section down below. Can you see yourself using the Gemini range for your work anytime soon? Let me know in the comment section, and if you want to buy one of these for yourself, of course, just get in touch with our sales team or follow the links in the description to proav.co.uk. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.